Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em. If he reach, then I'll pop 'em. Street sweeper, I'll wash 'em. Homicide, come and chalk 'em. Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is, can Joyce beat Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder? First, we're going to listen to some comments made by Tyson Fury. Excuse me. And this video appears courtesy of BT Sport.
There we are. Yeah, I mean, I do think Joyce is a force to be reckoned with. I think anyone who would like to take him lightly and not have a proper thing for him will be in for a rude awakening.
Could he beat AJ? Could he beat Usyk?
I think so. Yeah, I think he walked through AJ, and I think he's too big.
But he couldn't beat you.
No.
Just on you, just finally.
He said, "But he couldn't beat you, right? Never in a million years." All right. I'm gonna turn it over to Trill Dollar Bill. What's your reaction to what Tyson Fury had to say, and your opinion on if Joyce can beat Usyk, Fury, AJ, and Wilder?
I'll have to see the fights. I see my man Usyk, him and Usyk get it on. You know, maybe they'll have to get it on again, but Usyk got one on him. But I would have to see it. I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna say yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give him like you say all the time.
We're just asking you to get in the Trill Nostradamus bag. And if Trill Nostradamus was,
I think he'll be in. I think he'll be in all those fights. I think those are tough. All four tough fights. None is easy about those fights right there. You know, but can he beat him? I just gotta wait to see. I'm not gonna give him the victory before he earned it. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. You don't want to get Trill Nostradamus right now.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Let me ask you this: which one do you think will be the easiest fight for Joyce?
I believe Wilder will be the easiest. I think Wilder will be the easiest, and then it will have to go with AJ, and then yeah, the other guys' feet is just too good. Fury and Usyk, their feet is just way too good, you know. So yeah, I say AJ and Wilder. Those would be the ones where I'd be like, you know, those are 50-50s. You know what I'm saying? To me, those are 50-50s. You know, like because you know these guys, man. Can he take a Wilder right hand? Can he? You know?
Come on.
Can he?
Stop it, yo. True.
You know?
We could, bro. Let's quit the cap.
How many though? Right?
How many?
That's what it is. How many can he take?
How many can he take?
Yeah.
Like it's only event like bro, a couple segments ago, when he was talking about Canelo, he brought up a guy that everybody tends to forget. He had the chin, an iron chin. He was known for having an iron chin. Carlos Baldomir. He would take all types of punches just to land his punch. You know, he busted on to stardom when he fought Zab Judah. Zab Judah was trying to hit him with everything. And he couldn't. Uppercuts from down on the floor. He couldn't get him out of there. His chin was just things until eventually his chin wasn't there no more.
James Kirkland, you brought up as another one.
James Kirkland was another one. Eventually, these tough guys that's been able to take these shots eventually don't be able to take these shots. Paul Williams was another one. Mm-hmm. Paul Williams used to have a great chin. Eventually, you know, these guys start taking these punches. Eventually, it just...
Although there's a caveat with Paul the Punisher Williams. He fought Margachito But the fight before he got
yeah.
knocked out by Sergio Martinez, and Margarito was plastered up, and really no one Margarito ever fought prior to getting busted with loaded gloves was ever the same after fighting Margarito.
No,
Like
never
that's
again.
something y'all really got to look up. But that's so. I'm saying, but you're right. I'm just saying he did take a whooping with Plaster Paris for.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, and it was Carlos Gatana he lost to after he fought.
Yeah,
it was after he fought.
Yeah, I remember.
And then he had to come back and knock Carlos Gatana out in the second round.
Yep. Immediately, yep. Mm-hmm. But, and then he ended up getting knocked out after that with a one-punch bomb by Sergio Martinez, because that's how much his chin had gone.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's only so much you can take. But shout outs to Joe Joyce. I think that those are tough fights. All four of them is tough fights because this guy does punch like a mule and he can take a shot. So that's a dangerous guy. These guys, man, he hit him with everything and he's still coming. That start weighing on your confidence, and eventually, man, some guys will concede, and but I think that these are all tough fights. I would just have to wait to see, but I would love to see him. The heavyweight division is coming back, baby. It's coming back.
All right. Conspiracy G.
All right. I'm gonna take it a different approach than what Trill was saying, because I'm just gonna call it out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna body bag, and this is me being 100% honest. He'll body bag both AJ and Wilder. And Wilder's my champ. He's my man's. But the problem with AJ and Wilder, both of those gentlemen, and AJ more so than Wilder, they have an endurance issue, which George Joyce will capitalize off of. They'll do great the first couple of rounds. Then what happens? These guys gonna just start getting tired naturally. You know what I mean? And we seen it with Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker has a better tank than AJ and Wilder. And he even had to slow down because he's like, yo, I have to either absorb punches, even if I block these punches, they hurt. So, like, my tank is declining every round. And if I want to stay safe, I got to keep moving around this guy because he keeps coming forward. Like, now, think about that with an AJ. Think about that with a Wilder. That's going to be a lot of problems for those two individuals. I don't think AJ has a chance with Joe Joyce. You know what I mean? Wilder, I honestly don't think so either. Like, even if Wilder lands the straight right, I honestly think Joe Joyce will eat it. It will literally have to be like Wilder has to throw it so fast that Joe Joyce, for some odd reason, isn't anticipating Wilder throwing the right hand, and maybe he just catches Joe Joyce off balance. But I don't see that happening, especially seeing this Wilder. So Joe Joyce would know this is Wilder's bread and butter right there. So that's what he's going for. So I think Joe Joyce will he'll be prepared enough to see those punches coming. And I think, honestly, Wilder might even break his own hand trying to break Joe Joyce's face. It's one of those things. It's like, which one's stronger, Wilder's right hand or Joe Joyce's jaw? My money's on Joe Joyce's jaw. Joe Joyce might as well be the Nigerian Neanderthal, bro, because that dude, I don't know, man. It's like a freak of nature, man. He got the cheat code for real. Now, in regards to Usyk and Fury, to be honest with you, like, although Usyk already has a victory over Joe Joyce, that was a smaller Joe Joyce. I think now in the heavyweight division, it's a lot different. And Usyk, it will have to be off of points. Like, Fury and Usyk have to just win off of points. It's literally stick and move. You tag this dude, you get up out of there. But the problem with Joyce is he's good at cutting off the ring. So I feel like Fury has the size to really get up out of there. Usyk, I don't see Usyk beating Joe Joyce this go around. Excuse me. Because like how good Joe Joyce is at cutting off the ring, I think Usyk's gonna need an escape plan every time he connect. He's gonna try to escape. But Joyce, man, he got a lot better, when it comes to ring generalship. So I don't see Usyk, because of Usyk's size, I don't see Usyk beating my man Joyce. Fury has the best chance, but again, Fury can't do what Parker did. Fury can't do what a lot of these guys I anticipate will try to do and try to exchange with Joyce. It's literally gonna have to be a boring fight. Stick and move, just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Even if people are booing in the arena, who cares? Let them boo. At least you survived and you won. But Fury probably the only one that has a chance. And that's it. The rest of these guys, honestly, they food for my man, the slow cooker, man. You know what I mean? It's all I'm be honest, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie to myself. I want to just lie and be like, nah, Wilder will violate this. Yeah, all right. Nah. He gonna put Wilder on his back, AJ on his back, Usyk on his back. That's what's gonna happen. And matter of fact, I'll even add another one. Ruiz, even Ruiz in there. Put Ruiz in there. Ruiz will be the one that'll get violated the fastest, to be honest. Like, it's gonna be disgusting. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, yo, this guy, Joyce, to me, he really is like the boogeyman of the division. Like, I'm telling you, just like how when they asked Fury about him, Fury, nothing but respect. You know what I'm saying? Like the utmost respect. Then when homie was like, so can he be? Fury was like, nah. But why he had to play with his nose to say no? That's code for I'm scared to death. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want it with this. They don't want it with the real boogeyman.
That was just big boy stuff. That's when you be like,
yeah, that's
what that was.
That's Tyson Fury remembering, yo, at any time, Joyce be like, yo, Frank, send that contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Fury could flirt with AJ's name. It's nothing. Usyk's name is nothing. Joyce, it's all that nose play. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man. They don't want it with the big boy.
All right, G is taking over the Joyce trade. I see a new Benavidez coming. All right,
yo, I'm trying to tell you, don't mess with. Hey, somebody that becomes G's man if they beat G's player.
Be honest. Listen, for these
G's
guys,
like, finally somebody knocked out JP for me.
That's my
guy. I'm telling you, this guy got the cheat code, bro. It's not even fair. What God blessed him with a jaw that's like out of this world. So, I'm telling you, man. Listen, it's like watching a circus. Like he's literally like a circus freak. Like it's like, yo, this dude's that strong, but that slow. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what? You know what I mean? But I promise you, none of these. This is what happened. AJ, right? Let's say AJ can't get that Fury fight. You think AJ's gonna call out Joyce? Yeah, all right. I promise you, that'll be one of them names that just magically don't make the list. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so it is.
I don't see Usyk or Fury fighting. Knowing what I know, I don't see them guys. I think maybe AJ and Wilder have a chance. I think these Fury and Usyk, they lead the sport before that even comes to conversation.
Yeah, if Wilder was smart, he wouldn't even entertain Joyce either. Like this guy's just, why risk it? You gonna get beat up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get beat up bad.
I mean,
Wilder's already too old. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's already 37, man. Wilder need to hang it up too soon. So if you're gonna risk it with somebody with a belt. Don't risk it with a Joyce, bro. It's like, no, it's all risk, no reward. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing that to myself. Like, you're asking me to go fight like a rhino. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah, man, this is reckless, yo.
All right, TV Professor Ned.
Hello, everyone. I agree with G, but I'm gonna flip his ending. I feel Joyce will steamroll Wilder. AJ, he'll steamroll AJ.
He'll run them both over. Let's just be real,
That's
man.
what steamrolling is.
Yo, Ned, I tell you yesterday, take AJ's bicep out your mouth, bro.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
G, he said that Joe Joyce would steamroll AJ.
Oh, my fault. I don't know.
Fury is a wild
I heard
card.
foolishness. I was like, whoa, what we talking about here?
When it comes to Fury, Fury is a wild card. I think he'll be winning the fight where he's using his skills. He lacks the discipline to be serious. Like in the AJ, like in the Wilder fight where he like dropped his hands or he'll taunt. I think he would try to taunt Joe Joyce. That's where that left hook comes in, and it knocks Fury cold cut out. Like Fury's been knocked down but never been knocked out. And that's where I feel that's Fury's downfall, his arrogance, when he feels like he's winning this fight or it's a blowout, and then Joe Joyce catches him. Usyk on the other end is the more disciplined fighter, the fighter who doesn't pull these shenanigans in the ring. And I feel Usyk's danced with him before, and he'll dance with him again, and he'll just stick and move and stay out of the danger zone. That's how I see it. But Fury can beat Joe Joyce as long as he stays serious. If he starts starts shimmying, starts sticking out his tongue,
Is that?
it's over with. It's over with.
To do that shit again? Oh man.
The thing I love about boxing, right, is when the best fight the best, sometimes you realize that the fighters who you thought would be the last man standing or woman standing aren't. That's the beauty of boxing. The beauty of boxing is like the more you know you don't know. And that's what makes the sport thrive. And I remember there was a time when Sugar Shane Mosley was actually viewed as being better than Floyd Mayweather. I believe like his record at the time was like 33 wins, no losses, 31 knockouts, and Floyd was there, and Shane was the one that was being like pushed across like all the major networks and everything. And Floyd was just there begging Shane for a fight, begging Oscar for a fight. And as to what people don't remember, they think like Floyd was always the money man. He wasn't. He was in the shadows. He was begging these guys because they were the ones like Mosley and De La Hoya and all of them. Floyd spent many years in the background, chasing these big shots. You know, when you look at, say, for example, Earl Spence Jr. now, where he has 3 belts and Keith Thurman's now trying to get a fight with him. And he said he'll never fight Keith Thurman because when he wanted to fight Keith, when Keith was champion, Keith didn't want to give him a shot. And so people look at Floyd and say, oh, well, Floyd was ducking or whatever. And Floyd's mindset is like, now that you need me, I'll give you the fight when I feel like it, because when I needed you, you never want to give me an opportunity. How does this all relate to Joe Joyce? I'm going to explain. We've been in a position where we thought undisputed was either going to be Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. 2 men came and X'd them out, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. And now we're thinking undisputed may be Alexander Usyk or Tyson Fury. But we're hearing rumblings that Anthony Joshua may fight Tyson Fury, and we're going to get into that in a later segment or not. You know, depends on what happens on Monday, according to Tyson Fury. And we're hearing that Usyk is looking to fight Deontay Wilder, and everyone's an expert now. Want to say like when anything's going to happen. All we know for certain is that there's speculation about both of these fights, right? Until something's signed and concrete, believe it when I see it, Trill. None of this is official. It's all just speculation, right? So we don't know dates or whatever. But what's emerging, similar to Floyd Mayweather with Oscar De La Hoya and Shane Mosley being the premier fighters ahead of him, is Joe Joyce may really be better than we thought. He may really be a bigger threat than we thought. And now when you say, can he beat Wilder, where I once thought, I doubt it. I think I said Joyce. I thought that fight was 50-50 of all of them. I now say, you know what? He does have a good chance to beat Wilder. The question is, can Wilder take Joe Joyce's punches just as much as can Joe Joyce take his right hand, right? can he deal with Joe Joyce's pressure just as much as can Joe Joyce deal with his right hand? Where I think Joe Joyce has the advantage is Wilder needs leverage to get his right hand off. He needs you to be at the end of his right hand, and Joyce is a better fighter on the inside. The question is going to be, can Wilder do enough to put Joyce in position to land that right hand, and how often can he do it? But if you ask me, I think that fight's still a 50-50 fight. They're two powerful men. But if I was forced to pick, I would pick Joe Joyce because I think he does more things better than Wilder, and Wilder needs to land one punch. Anthony Joshua was another example where everyone's behind Anthony Joshua. The UK was behind Anthony Joshua. Nigeria was behind Anthony Joshua. And here's this guy who represents both of those countries. And this guy may really have been the better, maybe the better fighter. Like, if you ask me who wins that fight now, I'm not so sure. I used to think Anthony Joshua would beat him. And Anthony Joshua talked about how he beat up Joe Joyce in sparring, but he got into boxing late and he was learning. And you know how we get down. You got to do it in the ring. But just watching Joe Joyce put that pressure on AJ and see if AJ can deal with that pressure. Is it possible that Anthony Joshua's punches will eventually turn Joe Joyce into Carlos Baldomir, turn him into James Kirkland? Yes, that's possible. But if it doesn't, does Anthony Joshua fade in the later rounds? He said it himself. I'm not a 14-stone fighter. I'm one of them new heavyweights. I'm not a 12-round fighter. That's from his own mouth. Well, I just saw a big old juggernaut go 11 and turn it up in the 11th round.
That's what I'm saying.
So is it possible that Joe Joyce can beat him? I think it's so. Usyk is already given up size to any of the top heavyweights. He's given up height, weight, reach. What he brings is tremendous IQ, tremendous skills. But what Joe Joyce brings is something that Anthony Joshua didn't. Confidence in his chin. Someone who really is going to go forward. Someone who really is going to spend all 12 rounds trying to knock him out. And if he slows up, if he has a round like he did in the 9th round against Joe Joyce, it's over. He doesn't make it out of that fight. See, AJ had that round and stopped going forward. I am confident that Joe Joyce would never stop going forward. I am confident that Joe Joyce wouldn't be afraid of getting hit on the chin by Usyk. See, AJ said this at the end of the fight, which really didn't make sense to me. He said to Usyk, "You're not strong. How did you beat me?" The F you mean he's not strong? So why didn't you just walk through him then? Why didn't you walk through him? If he's not strong, why didn't you? I hate when people say that. Clarissa Shields can't punch. Floyd Mayweather can't punch. Then why didn't all y'all walk through him? If Usyk can't punch, if Usyk is not strong, then that's even a bigger shame on Anthony Joshua. Why didn't you just walk through the guy? Because obviously he's strong enough. So I don't want to hear that. But I do believe that Joe Joyce will walk through. The issue is going to be Tyson Fury. And there's an interview with Joe Joyce says. Joe Joyce says that he knows he's going to have to up his level to beat Tyson Fury. He said he sparred with Tyson Fury before. He helped Tyson Fury prepare for Deontay Wilder, one of those camps. He said he knows Fury's a really good fighter. He knows he has to up his level. Fury's going to have the height advantage. Fury's going to have the reach advantage. Fury has tremendous footwork. Fury is one of those guys where I think he'll have the ability to box Joe Joyce, and he'll have the ability to beat him on points, and Fury's tank is good. Fury's not going to fade late. So if you ask me, I think he has a slight edge over Wilder. At this point in time, just based on Joshua losing 3 of his last 5 fights, I give him the edge over Joshua because I think he feels like he's more invincible than Joshua. He believes in himself more than Joshua. He just did something Joshua couldn't do. So at this particular point in time, give him the slight edge over Joshua. Usyk, I'm going to give Usyk a very slight edge over Joe Joyce because Usyk's skill, boxing IQ, and Usyk's never lost, and Usyk has always found a way to win, much like Floyd Mayweather. I respect that. Until someone takes that away from Usyk, I can't be the one to do it. And Tyson Fury, for the same reasons, I would give the edge to Tyson Fury. So I do think he's moving up to where now, if you tell me Juggernaut versus Wilder, I'm like, Wilder, you better train, boy. And you'd say Anthony Joshua, Juggernaut, AJ might be in trouble. So he's moving up. But I don't have him at the top tier yet. I think he's in the second level with AJ and Wilder. But I don't know if he cracks the top tier yet. But damn it, I wouldn't want to fight him.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.